Hello everybody, I'm Ray, welcome back. This is post 13 of our 30-day exploration of potential, alchemy and potential. And today I'm going to talk about what it is to be in a state of receiving. Because we've been looking at blocks to receiving, blocks to experiencing, as we hold our intention and consciously create, manifest, whatever it is we wish to experience in life. Today, actually, I felt guided to flip the switch, another little shortcut, and to understand what it is to be in a state of receiving. And to be in a state of receiving is a very feminine energy. And really, when we're talking about consciously creating, manifesting, and being the powerful creator, conscious creator of your life, this is really about being able to balance the masculine and feminine and to be in that unified presence where those energies are working together in harmony. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I've had to really remember how to be in a more feminine energy where I feel safe to be in that state of receiving. Okay, so very much tuned into my intuition, but in a state where I'm able to receive, I'm open in that space of trust. Okay, and instead of being in a very yang masculine energy, hyper independent, having to do everything by myself, I've had to progressively learn to build trust in who I am, trust in the process of life, to feel safe in my space. And there are the masculine, the healthy masculine energies within each of us, because of course these aren't gender limited. We all hold these masculine and feminine energies, and it's all about bringing them back into balance. So what is it to be in a state of receiving, that feminine quality where you're able to let go, to trust, and to allow, coupled with that more directional energy of the masculine and being very clear on what it is you wish to create. Okay, so there is the intention, and connecting to that intention, holding it in that space. That's the more feminine energy, the holding of space. And then being able to receive, being in a receptive state. And receive doesn't just mean in the physical what it is you're trying to create and then have as, something tangible in your day-to-day life. It can also be receiving intuitive nudges, ideas, inspiration. This is all about creativity. That's the creative fire, our inspiration. And it could be receiving support, being open to receiving whatever it is you need. Okay, not only what you're consciously creating. And again, all of this is made possible by the shift that happens within, in your inner state of feeling secure in who you are, being able to trust your intuition, being able to hold healthy boundaries by listening to what you're feeling and trusting what you're feeling, and then being able to express this in a healthy way. And all of this is happening at the energetic level, and all of this becomes resonant in your field, in your being, whether that's physically or in what you do, what you say, but that energetic frequency is what shifts everything in the external. So today I thought we would look at what it feels like, what it is to be in that receiver state. And in the next few posts, we'll look at what that means in more detail. what it is to become the trust and the safety that you're looking for, and of course to nurture that worthiness, that innate worthiness that is your truth. But perhaps we don't feel that because of our conditioning, because of trauma, wounding, all of these things that we are learning to connect with and to observe and to heal and to integrate. And often what prevents us from being in that receptive state, that feminine energy of allowing and trusting, is that life gets so busy and our mind can be very active and engaged in a very yang energy, in a very masculine energy. But in terms of consciously creating something, bringing it in to our experience and the becoming that is part of that process, it's our ability to hold that intention and then to let go and to trust. And we can do that in a meditation, okay? Again, sometimes we approach meditation, and I've done this a lot in the past, and been in meditation and searching and looking for answers, and that's a yang, forceful energy that is not trusting at all, actually, because we're constantly searching. And it's that ability to observe and to let go of any attachment and to hold the intention, or perhaps it's a question, perhaps it's something you're experiencing in life where you're trying to find the best way forward, the best path, the best solution. And instead of searching and being there very active and looking, whether it's in meditation or in life, there's the question or the intention, then there's the letting go and observing in that space and being receptive, allowing whatever needs to come to you to come into that space. There is so much that happens in the moment, whether it's in meditation or in life, if we're observing and without that need that creates attachment. Okay, there we are in a receptive state, and it's in these moments that we are able to access incredible inspiration and that creative flow. And it's again that letting go and allowing and being receptive. So we're going to do that now in this exercise. So as always, closing your eyes, bringing your awareness within. And again, it's the energy is shifting very much within. And over time, you learn to hold your energy, to center your energy, no matter what you're doing in life. Even though you might be observing the external, there's always that energy that is centered within. The inner eye, your presence is within. In that way, we're able to navigate whatever we're experiencing. So becoming fully present in your body, dropping into the heart center. And again, you're holding your intention, whatever it is you wish to experience, create, and holding this, the intention or whatever it may be, and then letting go, allowing, not needing to find the answer, not needing to understand how. There's an allowing, a trusting that whatever you need will come to you. And in this way, we're just going to observe what is in the space that we're creating in the moment. You can observe the sensations in your body, again without bringing any narrative, no attachment, no judgment. With your eyes closed, you have your attention within. Even as your eyes are closed, it doesn't mean we're not seeing anything. Each moment is full, and we're simply observing. aware of the mind, aware of any need, aware of any energy that may be reaching or pushing or holding on. And the awareness is enough. Just allow that to be enough. There's nothing you need to do. And wherever you're sitting or lying, you're just allowing yourself to release any tension. Allow yourself to be supported, physically supported wherever you are in this moment. And again, that's a very feminine, receptive energy. There's a letting go, physically, mentally, emotionally. And as you engage in this way and observe with curiosity, from that deep connection to the truth of who you are, you're creating space for your intuitive knowing. You're nurturing trust in this way. As you engage consciously, you're creating the conditions for your feminine energy and to be in that state of receiving. There's nothing you need to do. And it's in this state of presence that you access everything you need. And energetically, there's no resistance. So just take your time to observe what is. Again, this is your unique experience. Whatever it is you connect to, you observe. There is no right or wrong. Trusting what you're sensing, feeling, allowing. Again, without any attachment to what it is you should or wish to see or feel. Being in that receptive feminine energy. Okay, so in your own time, opening your eyes, and again, whatever you experienced in that space, there is no right or wrong, and it's nurturing that ability to be in a state of receiving, especially if you're not used to being in that state. If you have a very active mind, or you tend to be in a very yang energy a lot of the time. When we're consciously creating something and working with an intention and consciousness and energy, we need to be able to balance those energies, our masculine and our feminine. And within each of us, there's a unique experience with the feminine and with the masculine. And it's in the space of presence and observing and coming within that we understand where we can realign ourselves energetically, whether it's in our feminine or masculine energies. But in terms of creating, it's really about bringing those two into balance, into a unified presence, and being able to receive whatever it is we need day to day, moment by moment, as we engage consciously and create our life experience. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Do share your thoughts, your experiences, your questions. As always, love to hear your feedback, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the next post.